So, okay, the floor is yours, Miss Sarah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yang berusaha Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Suzaren Mak Jamil, Director, Holistic Student Division, Department of Higher Education. Yang berusaha Insinyur Dr. Mas Hidayana Mukhtar, Head University Malaya STEM Center and the coordinator of my STEM Ambassador Program. Mr. Muhammad Nafir Zani bin Tahrir, Principal Assistant Director, Holistic Student Division, Department of Higher Education. Hajah Mahuran Saro Datuk Haji Sariki, Head Group Research Development and Policy, Head Malaysian Professional Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad. To all Deputy Vice Chancellor, University Coordinators from 20 IPTA, and all distinguished guests, my STEM Ambassador, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the keynote session entitled STEM and the Future Talent. Thank you, Mr. Farish, for emceeing the opening ceremony just now. I am Maisara, your MC for today's keynote session, and on behalf of the organizer, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to this event. For all attendees watching via NIMA official website, kindly drop any question during the session in the chat box. We will address the question soon after the keynote session. Before we proceed, I think it's worthy to know our guest speaker for today. She is Hajah Mahuran Saro Datuk Haji Sariki, who has more than 20 years experience in human resource management. She completed her tertiary education from University of Clinton, Omaha, United States of America, with a Bachelor of Science majoring in Business Administration. Then, she started her career with Ministry of Human Resource. She has worked in various companies and held senior positions across a number of industries, including FCMG, oil and gas, construction, and GLCs. She has a wide knowledge and experience in human capital strategy and development, as well as industrial relation management. And currently, she is Head Group Research Development and Policy, Head Malaysian Professional Talent in Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to invite Madam Hajah Mahuran Saro Datuk Haji Sariki, Head Group Research Development and Policy, Head Malaysian Professional Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad to deliver her keynote session. Please welcome.
Thank you, Moderator Maisara. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Is it clear, my sound? Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes, okay, all right. Yang berusaha Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Suzrin, Director of Holistic Students, Department of Higher Education. Yang berusaha Dr. Mas Hidayana, Coordinator of my STEM Ambassador Program, the all STEMs Ambassadors, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Saya bersyukur kehadrat Allah di atas rahmat dan keizinannya, saya berada di forum ini untuk berkongsi maklumat yang bertajuk STEM and Future Talents. First of all, I would like to congratulate on the setup of the NEMA launched in 2019, which this is aligned with the government's initiative on the strategy of the National STEM Action Plan 2018 and 2018 until 2025. So give a big applause to this NEMA's setup, and also for this event, the launching of this the STEMs, what we call that, the STEMs programs is very useful and very relevant to all the STEMs ambassador. Okay. Before we go to the slide, I think someone will help me with the slide. Okay, before we, this is, okay, for the introduction, I would like to highlight in terms of the STEM and the future talents. Okay, before this, I will mentioned about, we have to know that we are talking about the future talents. When we talk about the future talent, we are also talking about the current talents. Why I say that is the current talents that we are managing, we are dealing this is actually more on the Gen Z. So most of the audience, I believe that you know that you are on the Gen Z. So what are the characteristics of the Gen Z? You are on the social or knowledge-based generation, which is a borderless information. You can get all this information, not only from the university, not only from the lecturing room, but you also get it from all the YouTubes and all the social media, okay? And one thing that you have to remember in terms of the characteristic of this Gen Z is they are technology savvy. So when we talk about the jobs later in my next slide, so this is all I would say that is a common thing. It's a common thing for all for the current talent and also the future talents, but we call that is Gen Z. Okay, next slide. Let me introduce about the talent corp. Is the slide moving? Okay, all right. Talent Corp is an agency under the Ministry of Human Resources. So it was established in 2019. So what is our mandate actually? To drive the country's talent strategy towards making Malaysia a dynamic and market-driven global talent hub. So we work to accomplish our goal, that is first to attract, second to nurture, and third is to retain. So when we mention about this attract, nurture, and retain, so we have to make sure that all these programs were related to this attraction, go to the nurturing, and also to retain the talent at the workforce. We do this through, okay, there are four there. You can see that is to advocate the policy, and we also drive the strong and effective public-private partnership. We work together closely, in with the public and also private. And we also introduce best practices in our program, okay? And I will explain later in the next slide. And the last one is our program is all intervention, how we want to help to make sure that all the talents are future ready talents. When they finish the study, it's easy for them to adapt themselves at the working world. Okay, next slide. Okay, this slide, we want to emphasize on how to achieve, our goal, when we mention about the partnership, we mentioned about we are the focal point on the talent matters. As you know, we are under Ministry of Human Resources. There are more than, I would say more than 6-7 agencies under Ministry of Human Resources and all related to talent. So every agency have their own mandate. So on the focal point of our talent matters, we are more on the talent development. The second part, we are the bridge. Meaning when we are the bridge, we are at the center of the bridge of the public, and the private, and also the academia. Why this is important? Because we want to make sure the collaboration. When we collaborate, our teams, will be stronger. So bersatu kita akan lebih kuat lagi lah, to achieve any programs there. The third one is building talent database. Why I said that talent database is very important, because we believe that in this new world, data, big data is very important to make sure that and every organization or every businesses, they rely on the data. That is where later I will show you how this AI or this data analyst is one of the occupation that are in demand. The fourth one is building collaboration. As I mentioned, we must have a strong partnership with the government in terms of the policy, with the academia in terms of the module of the studies, okay, and also the third one is the industry. Why industry important? Because they are general economy, because they are the one who, yes, they do business, they need a talent. So whether is a talent is an asset for them, yes, it's an asset for them because it's general revenue, okay, and it will increase the GDP of the country. Yeah. The fifth one is the implements. Yeah, so this is where we do intervention of certain program. I will explain to you what are the graduate program that we have there. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is just to give a general economic outlook. Yeah. I just extract this from the recent budget announcement 2022. Yeah. So according to this budget, yeah, 2022, okay, economic reports, the country's economy is projected to continue to grow, yeah, between 5% to 6.5% in 2022, based on the strong economic fundamentals and diverse structure. So as everyone's aware that we have this pandemic come in March, in March 2020, and then we have this lockdown and the MCO and some of the business closed, you know, and some of the employee lost job and all those. We can see that so now the budget that announced by the government is we want to recover. How we want to recover? How we want to make sure that the business can continue. There's a new employment, there's a new job creations, and we want to make sure that the talents who are finishing the study has a job for them, you know, and all this. Okay, so this is. So it says that there will be a growth, yeah, it will be a growth between 55% to 65% in 2022. Okay, inshallah, right? Okay, next slide. After we talk about the economy, I want to bring to all the STEM's ambassador to the labor markets information, yeah, in Malaysia. Okay. You can see that the population now, yeah, in Malaysia is about 32.7 million. So this is from the Department of Statistics report. Okay, and from this population of 32.7 million, okay, they are about 22.9 million, yeah, the working age populations. Okay, so from that age, yeah, the working age, we refer to they are labor force and they are also outside labor force. So we focus on the labor force, yeah, at the bottom there, yeah. So what is the number here? Okay, bear with me. I will just talk about a statistic in a few slides, and then after that we talk about the program and other what we call initiative related to the future talent, yeah. So our total labor force as at now is 15.7 million. So we divide into two, is employed and unemployed. Okay. So employed is they are still working. Okay. They are in being hired. Okay. Is 15 million. Unemployed is 0.7 million. Okay. So you can see that the recent one, if you go and you get a data from the, I would say from the Ministry of Human Resources, the recent one is about 700, yeah, 700, more than about 700,000. They are looking for a job there. Yeah. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Okay. So this is the labor force participation rate. Okay. When I show this, is I want to show that this is increasing pattern. Yeah, you can see that from 2010. Yeah, from 2010. Okay, there's increasing pattern of the labor force participation rate. But of course, because of the pandemic, yeah, in 2020 ada drop sikit. Yeah, kat situ you can see that 68.3%. Yeah, because of the pandemic ni lah. Yeah, so but in general, you can see that all increasing. The pattern is good lah, increasing. Yeah, kat situ. Right. Next slide. Okay, next slide is talking about the skill. Yeah, you can see that majority, yeah, of Malaysian workforce work in semi-skilled employment, followed by the high skill and low skill employment. Maybe you may want to question what is the difference between semi-skill, high skill, and the low skill employment. Yeah, you can see at the right, yeah, at the right of you. So there is a manager until elementary occupation. Okay, that is how we categorize the high skill occupation, semi-skill occupation, and low skill occupation. So this is according to the MASCO. When we said MASCO, MASCO, this is standard occupation by the government. Yeah, who are the owner of the standard occupation? This is by the Ministry of Human Resources. Yeah, so the high skill, you can see that is manager, professional, technician, and associate professor. Yeah, but semi-skill occupation, you can see when I say but, semi-skill is also cover technician and associate professional. Yeah, the technician is not purely a high skill, but it's actually also semi-skill. So it's a big jump there. Yeah, semi-skill come from the technical, come from the technician, associate professor until the plant and machine operator and similar. So you can see that a bulk yeah, of this employment on the skill, yeah, as at now is more on the semi-skill. Okay, and that is how much kat situ? The semi-skill kat situ is 59%. Yeah, tadi when I mentioned about the labor force, you can see that. So it's actually 59% is back into this semi-skill and follow of the high skill of 27.9%. So that is where if you can read the report, yeah, in outside there. So the government is actually looking into the high income economy. We want to make sure that this high skill job is there, and how to generate this high skill job. We want to make sure that automations, yeah, from the manual, or it's called that manual labor, manual punya business, okay, in the factory companies, they have to start doing all those automation part. So there's a lot of subsidy given by MIDA, by MITI, to motivate, to allow to motivate all this industry. Okay, I'm go to this line is because I want to make sure that our STEMs ambassador aware, yeah, from the economic part and from the labor market part and the high skill part, you know, and how we can understand what we needed, yeah, on the STEMs. Okay, where STEMs fall there, and also the future talent. Okay, the next slide. Okay, this is the live slide on the statistics. Yeah. Okay, you can see that Malaysia Labour Force Education. Okay, I relate this to on the Malaysia Labour Force Education attainment versus high skill and semi-skill employment. So you can see that from 2012, yeah, onwards, the rising number of tertiary educated people in the labour force surpassed the number of high skill jobs. Yeah, in the economy. Majority of our workforce are in semi-skill employment, while around 29% of our workforce are tertiary educated. So it is actually communicating that, yeah, you have a degree, but you are not in the high skill job, but you are in the semi-skill job. There are a lot of, we call that, I would say, this is the issue that how we want to make sure that you have a degree, what job that you are at in, yeah, so that we make sure that you meet to the requirement of that we need by the industry. Okay, that's enough on the statistic, yeah, on the data part. Now next slide, I would like to share about the Khazanah report. Yeah, according to the report, yeah, the title of the School to Work Transition of Young Malaysian, which we work together closely on this project, yeah, in 2018, it shows, yeah, there is currently an increasing demand by the employers for graduate with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics background, that is STEM, yeah. But only 32% of tertiary students are enrolled in the STEM courses. So the government target of 60 versus 40% target ratio for science to art students has yet to be achieved. So it's a long way to go. So why we say, okay, what does it mean? Yeah, but only 30% of the students are enrolled in STEM courses, meaning that when you are in the university, in the college, you are in the STEMs line, yeah, in STEMs line. But after you finish your study, you couldn't get a job that is related to STEM. Yeah, So there is an issue that I would say that all the three groups there, I would say the partnership there, the government, the academia, the industry, okay, we want to rectify the issue. How we want to achieve this? How we want to make sure the STEM students who studied there and can get a job, okay? And I didn't have the slide that even the number of the STEM student in the higher education also reduced. Yeah, okay, that is another angle. That is another issue that I just want to highlight there. Yeah. So similarly, the low participation in technical and vocational education training TVET is hindering a high graduate employment rate, because in the TVET qualification are highly sought after, but society still view TVET is a second class. Okay, there are a lot of talent matters issues. Yeah, TVET also from the perspective of the public. Yeah, I have to say, I'm sorry. Some parents say that don't go to TVET, go to get a degree. You must study. You have to become accountant. You have to become a degree. But actually, in real world, which I mentioned that is the reason why I show you the bulk of the workforce is on the semi-skill occupation. Yeah, so that is why that is why the government is trying to put TVET is one of the, I would say that it's not a second choice. You know, it's not a second choice for the talent, for the graduate to venture into the TVET line. Yeah. Okay, next slide. Why are graduates unemployed? Okay, just to touch a bit, yeah, why is this happening? Okay, the report by the Khazanah, okay, shows also there is a skill mismatch there. Okay, as the top reason for graduate unemployment. Education Institute, okay, emphasize on academic qualification. Though I can see that there's a lot of changes. Okay, I give a big plus, yeah. To all the public university, I would say the private university they are well versed, yeah, in terms of all this. But in the public university, I know they try hard, you know, to make this change. You know, not only rely on the academic connection, but also there's a mix industry experience. You know, because we want to make sure all those when the students have finished the job, they are I would say they're industry ready. Yeah, kat situ. Even though the report say that the education is more on the academic qualification, but there are a lot of improvement. Yeah, because I've been in this talent matters line. Yeah, with the government since when? Since 2012. Okay, so I can see the progress there. Yeah. From the higher educations, you know, from the industry and also the government, how to make it happen kat situ. Yeah. And another area that is highlighted in the report is there's also a lack of the emphasis on the lifelong learnings to adapt to rapidly changing nature and world of work. Why the lifelong learning is important? Because we should actually continue to learn. Yeah, even though you finish your study, you have got a degree, but you have to get your certificate. You must continue learning because the business is changed rapidly. The needs of the new skill is changed rapidly. You know. So that is where we have to make sure that all this continue there. Yeah, and there's on the right side is the mismatch in the job search and the recruitment is also being highlighted in the report. Is another reason which affect whether or not the graduates secure employment atau tidak. Is this because job seeker rely on the job fair and also only a public employment services. But as at now, okay, looking for a job, the employees are on the online. Okay, but I believe in the Gen Z, okay, I believe that you are technology saver. Everybody have your, I would say, a smartphone, okay, and they are, I would say, they are ready, you know, to have that, you know, not only just attend the job fair, but you also can go online. You know, there's a lot of online, what we call the employment services there. Okay, okay, next slide. So that is where we're talking about what will jobs look like in the future and what skill will be in demand. Yeah, so we are now moved into 4 industrial revolutions there. Okay, so we have to get ready okay, to prepare ourselves on the future of work. When we are talking about the future of work, there are three elements. There are future of work, there are future of workplace, okay, there are future of workforce. When we are talking about the future of work, we are talking about the work itself, okay. And you see, during the pandemic, okay, and everybody have to not to go to the office, they work from home. The technology, the type of work, what kind of type of work that can be done remotely. Okay, so that is that is a definition of that, yeah, future of work. Okay, future of workplace. So where that is where the element of work from home, flexi work arrangement, you know, and are we ready? Are the companies ready? Are the talents ready? Okay, but I would like to share with you during the MCO, okay, the younger generation adapt that the future workplace is very fast compared to the older generation. Sorry to say, because they are technology savvy. Okay, they know. They are good in all those IT related. They know where to find. They know how to communicate. They used to have a meeting virtually, you know, whether Skype, whether use Zoom or use MT. They are used to compare to previous, I would say, the older generation. I'm the older generation. Yeah, I'm also cracking when I start with the word there. Yeah, so that is one of that. Okay. So the world of work is very different place now. Okay, the fourth IR revolution is disrupting the industry, replace and even remove job. Okay, which I mentioned tadi. Okay, displacement of human labor by automation, robot and artificial will see an estimate of 54% of current job in Malaysia. But this is according to the report. But even though it's replacing that, but it's actually create a new skill for the current task, for the current works. Yeah. 10 years ago, okay, I believe you will admit that we never heard of job such as apps developer. Tak pernah dengar pun kan? A social media manager, a Uber, even a Uber driver pun, yeah, or a driverless car engineer, yeah. So it's a much different there. Okay. Then next slide. Because of that, yeah. Okay, one of the initiative in Talent Corp, okay, is the critical occupation list, the COL. So this critical occupation list is a report that we produce every year, okay, to identify that occupation that is in demand. Okay, so when we want to produce this report, okay, we work together with the three teams there. First, on the government part, second is on the academic the academic part, and also on the demand part there. Okay, so this is a set, yeah, which I mentioned that is we want to make sure to reduce the skill imbalance, yeah, to identify, you know, and the occupation, and of course related to the STEM. Okay, and what are the economy that we cover is more than 18 economics sector there, and it's aligned to what I mentioned just now, to attract, to nurture, and how to retain talents. So this report is very relevant, it's very important for the policy making and also for the industry. So the methodology I mentioned tadi, when the government, we are talking about the top down. When I'm talking about the top down, we're talking about the national data that is from the Department of Statistics, from the Ministry of Higher Education on the supply side. Yeah, there is enrollment lah, there is intake lah kan. So that is how we take that. Then after that, we did a survey. When we did a survey, we conduct a survey with the industry. Yeah. So I mentioned tadi the 18 economic sector kan. So we conduct a survey, we run the survey, we throw out the survey, and after we collect the survey, we compile it, and after that we have engagement with the regulators. What we mean by the regulators, for example, banking, yeah, or the bank, who are their regulator? It's a bank negara regulators, because we want to make sure, hello, Mr. Regulators, all your members of the bank, okay, I give example, all the members of the bank shows that, okay, this is occupation that is still in demand. Okay, and whether it's a STEM is in demand and is critical, and we still couldn't and the industry are looking for, I mean, it's very difficult for them to get a talent there. Yeah, so that is one example. Regulators. Another regulator, MDEC. When we talk about IT technology, yeah, contents punya ni IT is MDEC, is the regulator for that. So after the survey, we do consultation with the regulator to make sure that this is correct or not, this is betul atau tidak, is come from the ground. Okay, we want to make sure that is valid, yeah, before we share to the public, yeah. And of course, the industry association. There's a lot of industry association, E&E manufacturing, medical devices, yeah. So we want to make sure that, yeah? And after the all devolution, that is where the COL publish, okay. Okay, and later I will show you the occupation that's related to the STEM. Yeah, next slide. Okay, I just want to highlight. Yeah, this is what I tell you about COL is used as a reference point. Yeah, for the academic program, public and also private sector. Okay, this is what we pick up. Yeah, that my team also in part are part of this discussions to decide and also to recommend programs for the students. Yeah, kat situ you can see that ia melihat kepada peratusan kebolehpasaran peraduan senarai pekerjaan yang kritikal yang dikeluarkan oleh Talent Corp. So it's stated by the Ketua Pengarah Pendidikan Tinggi Profesor Datuk Dr. Husaini Omar. So because we want to make sure, yeah, all the graduates, okay, including the STEM, including all this, get a job, ada kerja, yeah, ada kerja when they finish their study kat situ. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide is about the occupation that is related to STEM. Yes. Okay, what I want to share, yeah, in this slide is the COL 2020/2021. Okay, I have to say this to you. You are lucky, okay, very lucky that I share this information because the report is actually still at the draft final. Okay, and we go through actually, but we have not published it in the website. You can look at the Talent Corp website, it's none, belum lagi, yeah. But this I want to highlight to share here to you all, the STEM ambassador, is because it's very important. Yeah, it's very important. I don't want to miss this. Yeah, in this report, it states that include 42 occupation, and most are high skill occupation. That is manager, professional, and associate professional level kat situ. Yeah. So the impact, yeah, of the COVID-19 in 2020, okay, pandemic towards the Malaysia economy and the labour market is significant. From the bottom up, okay, daripada kita dapat from the industry tu, it observed that most of the companies have deepened reliance on technology, which I mentioned tadi kan. The future because of the pandemic, you know, the future workplace too, technology during the pandemic, and are more aware of digitalization or automation today. Yeah, so 86% of the occupation appeared, yeah, in this report for the first time are all digital profession, or these are STEM related occupation. Okay, I just give you a few lists there. You can see there in the orange box kan ke bawah situ. And all those, it's all STEM related to science, related to technology, related to engineering, related to mathematics. You can see that, all those, yeah. Mathematics actuaries, technology manager, mechanical engineer, all those, is all STEM related, yeah. Kemudian, is all include the high skill and also semi skill. I put there is a semi skill kat situ also lah, yeah. I just extract a few, yeah, just to show to all the ambassador here today, okay. And at the right part is new occupation STEM related that appear in the COL. You see, digitalization, which I mentioned tadi kan. Kenapa? It's a web multimedia developers, the data professional, the cyber security part. This is all related to digitalization, yeah, the technology. Okay, so the demand is there. Ada kerja, the job is there. So we have to equip, yeah, our future talent ni to have that skill. Yeah, so that Okay, when they have that skill, it's easy for them to be hired by all these companies lah. Yeah. Next slide. Okay, next two, four slide. I would say this is actually where I extract from the LinkedIn report, because LinkedIn is also our partners. Yeah. And because I believe, I think 90% and probably 99% of our audience, my audience today is all have LinkedIn, what we call that, accounts. Okay. And this is what we call network. Yeah. So from this LinkedIn report, you can see that there are 10 emerging jobs. Yeah. Okay. When I look at that report, it's all aligned with the COL. Okay. So the COL just now is produced by our national economic data, by our bottom-up survey, by the consultation with the regulators. Okay. And we are still, what we call that, what is the word? Masih lagi nak how to justify it, how we want to make sure we are correct, how we want to make sure we are, that's where we have a LinkedIn partner. Yeah, LinkedIn partner is a real-time data. Yeah, maksud dia, you are LinkedIn punya account, you duduk, you letak kat situ, you punya profession, you punya skill, right? So you can see that the job there, data scientist, what are the top industry kat situ? What are the skill needed kat situ? Yeah. Second part, I think all of you familiar with the data scientist is all those people who work with the data, with AI, because they want to read the data to help the company to come out with a business plan. Yeah, data is very important kat situ. Yeah, and there's customer success specialist. Maybe some of you are not aware what is this. This is expected to work proactively to understand the core clients. Okay, dulu we call it a customer service. Yeah, customer service officer lah, they call it a specialist because it's more on the technology part. Yeah, there is apps there. Yeah, you can see that the skills needed. Kat mana? Dia perlu ada CRM punya skill, dia perlu ada enterprise software punya skill and all those. Yeah. The third one is BIM specialist. BIM is a software. Yeah. Okay. Must use a project design lah. Okay. It's also there. Emerging job related to the STEM and what kind of the skills there. Okay. The next line, number 4. Okay. They call it full stack engineer. Apa ni full stack engineer, right? Okay. We call it, okay, we know lah, it's in industry engineer lah, construction engineer lah, mechanical. That is a full stack engineer. It's a new terms there. It's a combination of what? The front end and the web development and software. So you see, this is all the job emerging, yeah, and all related to STEM, what kind of industry they are in, yeah. Data engineer, the cyber security specialist, okay, to make sure that we are secured, yeah, what we do, what we are in our need, to make sure that kita tak kena attack and all those lah, yeah. So this is all STEM related. Next slide. Okay. Digital marketing specialist, as I mentioned, okay, dulu marketing kita berbeza, and now is the work is also different. Okay, technology is a must. The marketing, online marketing strategy must be different. Okay, and you have to make sure that you are well versed on the Google Ads lah, social media marketing, you know, and all those lah, search engine, yeah, all those. Okay, and next is environmental officer. Is all related to the environment regulation and standard. Why this is a STEM? Because now they are related to drone. You know drone? Okay, last week I was with the Pahang Skill Development. They are talking about, you know, they are being called, you know, by the department, TUDM department, yes, not Tentera Laut, TRDM, and Jabatan Perhutanan, because they want to make sure that all the punya talent or the workforce are well versed on the penggunaan drone ni. Sebab apa? Untuk melihat the perhutanan tu, mereka tak perlu nak ni kan, dia perlu guna drone saja nak pergi ke satu kawasan kat situ untuk melihat. This is how you can see that the STEM related and all this technology punya occupation is relevant, yeah, in the future. Okay. So that is part on the STEM's occupation. Next slide is talking about talent corp group, yeah, on our initiative to address all this on the STEM and also the future talents. Remember when I mentioned about the program that we intervention program? Okay, this is the program that I would like to share with you. Okay, I have covered also the DevOps engineer and also the community manager is part of this. They are all the STEM program. Yeah, they are all the STEM what we call that STEMs occupations. Okay, so you can see that another reference that you can look at the LinkedIn and also our COL, and all are jive together. Yeah, tak ada contradict pun. There's no contradictions. It's affirm. It's to affirm. Yeah, to affirm that this is all the skills needed. Yeah, there's new skill needed to address the STEMs occupations, and what we want the future talent to be start ready to have to inquire to all those skills yang diperlukan oleh the industry. Okay. Next slide. Okay, next slide, we are talking about our intervention program. You can see that industry engagement is on the top. I mentioned about the MyCOL. After this, I will talk about MyNext. MyNext is a profiling, yeah, the profilings. And the third one is MyNSR. MyNSR is National Skill Registry, talking about kemahiran tadi, and it's actually the enhancement, yeah, that we are giving a mandate by the government to enhance the COL on the occupation that is critical, dan bagaimana we want to make sure that the skills are formed, a standard of skills to develop of skills supaya all those talents be ready to inquire what kind of skills needed for certain occupation. Okay, I hope that you still bear with me when I talk about the standard occupation tadi, at the earlier slide tadi, a MASCO tu, that is a standard occupation. So when COL is occupation yang betul-betul in demand, in critical ni critical ni. We have a standard occupation and we have also occupation that is critical based on the industry demand. Okay, and in the future we have also have the National Skill Registry, yeah, pembangunan kemahiran kebangsaan in Malay words, yeah. All right, so we have this, yeah. When we want to achieve our need, we abide by the three trusts. Trust pertama is to make sure we optimize our Malaysian talent in terms of attract, in terms of nurture, in terms of retain. Kita must optimize our Malaysian talent. Okay. For trust number 2, we attract and facilitate global talent. Okay, what does it mean? So meaning that while we optimize our Malaysian talent, we also have to make sure that we facilitate all this global talent. When we talking about the global talent, apakah kategori global talent? So it's actually a Malaysians yang study overseas, okay, or reside in overseas. Yeah. And there's a few programs, okay, who if they want to come back, they can go to our REP if they want to contribute all this. Yeah, these are not related to graduate, but this is just to highlight to you. We also have that. The third trust is to build networks of the top talent. Okay, so you can see that when I put the red color there, okay, this is the one that I want to touch. Yeah. Okay, the red color number 1, yeah, optimize Malaysian talent structure internship program. Yeah, this structure internship program is actually a internship, a structured internship that we have this, okay, to allow the graduates, okay, to have their interns, their experience working with the company. Okay, because why? Because it's a win-win situation. Kenapa? From the government part, we want to make sure the girls are ready. Ready to work when they finish the job. What happened to the academia? Okay, to the public. So because we want to make sure the graduate employability is high, 100%. Because right? Once they got ni, they dah tahu ni, they get a job. Okay, so another benefit is to the company. Yeah, because they want a skill that the skill yang dia nak, yeah, and they allow these interns to the students, and they ajar, okay, and they also get a double tax deduction kat situ, yeah. So you can see how the ecosystem of this is to have everybody's peluang, yeah, right from the industry, right from the academia, the public ni, and also right from the talent itself. So please take advantage of this, okay? And if you want to register all this, you just go to our website and how you want to put your profile kat situ, okay? And before you go to that, okay, there is my next profile nanti. I will touch you because I want to explain more detail on the my next profiling too. Yeah. Okay. The third one is the STAR. The STAR, this is actually a STAR program. We work together with the scholarships, GPA and also MARA now. Okay. Dulu when you are getting a scholarship either from the government, from the you must get a job in the what we call it in the government, okay, but now you can see that the opportunity in the government also limited, so we want to make sure instead of because we don't want this young talent go to the kita punya neighborhood lah, our next neighbor is apa, Singapore, we don't want that, so we want to make sure that yes, there are a lot of company outside there yang yang need you guys, okay, so we are the bridge. Tadi I mentioned about the bridge kan, between the industry within the talent tu. So when they have the because all these companies, especially big companies, MNC companies, they know tau all this. They know you all punya schedule bila you all punya semester break lah, bila you finish your study lah, yeah. So they will alert us, talent corp, I want this resume, and all those. That is where we main peranan, and the bridge kat situ. Okay. Then the next one is industry academia collaboration. That is where we work together with industry academia collaboration in industry academia, okay, to make sure on the courses, okay. We have a few sector kat situ, electrical, E&E, global business services, yeah, this example lah, yeah, the rail, this is all our partner dulu lah, yeah, health industry, because we want to make sure that dekat each industry tu dia ada skills yang very niche, yeah. So the university will say, okay, we offer this. Normally kat Penang, for example lah, kat Penang E&E lah, I go example on the E&E sector there. You can see at Penang there are a few industry related to E, and then dia kata okay, dia nak the IC design ataupun 3D program. Okay, that is all this lah, yeah. So dia kata okay, we compile a few industry, maybe 7-8, and then we want to make sure that those yang masuk dalam this program, okay. And we also contact the university, okay, public university, and with whether their faculty boleh, provide this kind of teaching lah, teaching, because kita ada combination lah from the industry and from the academia, on the academia punya part, on the theory part, and then have this program for 1 or 2 years, and after that, those yang enroll into this program, they will be serap to this industry. So this is example how our intervention works on the ISC. The other one is INTAC, they call it Industry Talent Advisory Council. So Industry Talent Advisory Council, this is a council members that come from industry, that come from a big industry, okay, communication, IT related, banking, because we want to make sure that because relate to the CL tadi, and then we want them to push. And then we bring the academia, public university to be, okay, this is what the industry want. From the banking part, what they want is this. What they want is the in the IT part, what kind of skill they need. So there are the element of what the intervention program that we focus on the graduates. Okay. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. Before we go to my next profiling, okay, This is also a good information, a good data for all the STEMS ambassador. Yeah, where are we in terms of graduate readiness? Okay, you may ask, bagaimana we can get this information? Because of the My Next profiling. Okay, so when you go into that My Next profiling, okay, there is also information there. Okay, because there are a soalan that related to, are you ready? You can see that 32% at the bottom kat situ, 32% confident and competent, but low awareness of the professions. Okay, they're confident, they're competent, tetapi awareness in terms of that occupation, they're still low. Okay, that is where, okay, what kind of intervention to this group that we can help. Yeah, after 32%, let's go to the 24% left. The red color, this one also we need to look at. Unsure about career choice. Unsure. Dia belajar ni, dia still study, but unsure about what after the study, I don't know where to go. So remember when I mentioned tadi, there is a numbers there, those people who are in the STEM punya ni study, and when they get a job also, they tak related to the STEM. Yeah, ada statistic I showed tadi in the earlier ni kan. So this one is unsure lagi. Yeah, this also very important for us to look at and how to address this. Yeah, okay. I would say that is a real ni is I would say is betul. You know why? Because I'm sorry. You know sometimes kita tak tahu kita nak belajar apa. When we got a letter kan, with letter from either EPU ke UPU ke, either from the scholarship punya ke, you just accept okay, kena study this. I don't want, tapi you know we don't have choice, so we go into that. Yeah, right, this happened. Yeah, it happened there. Okay, so 21%. What is the 20%? Clear about career choice. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah to this group, clear about career choice. I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy to see this, but now my next thinking is whether they got a job or not. Whether tak? Okay? Okay. So I will ask my team. Okay, now we follow this. Okay, they're clear, very clear. Okay, I want to make sure they get a job or not. And then how they climb the ladder. Yeah. So the rest is 30% interested and aligned, but lacks confidence or key competency. So there is a part, a soft skill part that we need to have. 8% is interested in the profession, but not the activities associated with the profession. So that is another angle, okay, because humans beings, yeah, there are a lot of need kat situ, and the 2% need of career counselling. Okay, maybe you as a STEMS ambassador, I don't know, is it part of your role? Okay, later, okay, so it's part of the, you know, how to do the career counselling there. If you are the expert of that, you know, why not? You know, why not? I will support that. Yeah. And if you need our assistance from Talent Corps, we will do. Yeah, this is a sharing part on that, on the readiness of the graduates. Okay, so at the moment it's 144,322 in that. Okay, next slide is that is where, okay, this My Next profiling is. Yeah, well, how we capture this. Next slide. Okay. Okay, so this tunnel, the tunnel. Okay, when I mentioned about the profiling tool, this itu you can see that what is your preference, what is you are good at, what do you like, what you are ni is there. So it's a I would say a system. Yeah, it's a system that we can focus on how to bridge. Tadi when I share with you kan the information to how we want to help the group kat situ. Yeah. So all in all, easy to use the platform that brings together the student, the companies out there. Yeah, I mentioned about the SIP just now, kan, how it works. I also mentioned about the industry academia collaboration and how we work together in the part of this interventions punya program. Okay. And I think I have a few slides more before we open for the Q&A. I don't know, Maisara, how many more minutes that I have, or I can just finish this, Maisara?
You may finish all the slide.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Okay, next slide. Okay, okay, this is the dashboard in the MyNext. You can see that which I mentioned, that there is a career interest, there is employability, okay, there is also the work preference. You may see, okay, before this, okay, you can see there is why we put that English proficiency, yeah. Yes, even though is not our mother tongue, tetapi we want to make sure that every one of us are well versed, yeah, on English in terms of converse, in terms of writing, in terms of, because I know you are not. I believe you want to work not only in Malaysia, but even now also, even though you stay in Malaysia, you work with the company that is based in US, in UK, in in Singapore. So their language that they use is English kat situ, yeah. So because we want to make sure that all our future talents are be ready with all those. Okay, in the MyNext also there is also a group ni on the motivation part there, yeah. And basic IT skill is also very important, yeah, kat situ. So you can see that all this MyNext, okay, is very very useful, yeah, useful to as a reference, yeah, as a reference for the talent to know that where is the gap, and we also how talent call how to group, how to help that, and for the industry also, when they have this, okay, they know that how they can even if they want to have the student who get the interns, they will see that, oh, these students are studying this, these students are studying that, yeah. And one of the counseling, yeah, that we do is, for example, there is a case, yeah, there is a case, students who are in engineering faculty, and when they buat this my next name profiling, he happy when he see this. He said to the counselor, there you see, I'm happy, I nampak ni, dia kata, because I'm actually like a marketing job. Okay, I like marketing job, but I was given a letter to study engineering. Okay, he's in the third year, if not second year to go to the third year. So how we do this is like this. Okay, no, you don't have to change your major, and you also is an Excel student. You are very good students. Okay, but you must be ready. Okay, and once you finish the job, okay, you can become, okay, a marketing part for the engineering company. Okay, so when I say like this, a marketing, is it a STEM occupation? Tadi I tuliskan tunjukkan. Tadi ada marketing, what we call marketing is a STEM kan? Is how we go on all the system and all this, the software kan? It's all related. So even though you are study faculty in engineering, but your MyNext punya ni shows that, yeah, you are more to this. You are more on your preference is actually more, you like to see people, you like to to meet people, to discuss with people, but it's actually that is part of the skill. Part of the skill of that. It's very important. Yeah. At first he wants to change. I said no. Okay, the counselor no, tak perlu. Okay, that is, and that is where the counselling, the career counselling part there. Yeah, how to motivate to make sure that he or she will achieve that. Okay, so this is my next overall analytic dashboard, just to give you the overview kat situ. Okay, next slide. Okay, SIP, just to give you numbers lah. There are more than 90,000 undergrad benefit since 2012. Okay, and student placement about 434 in 2020, and 737 companies, and all these are double tax lah. Dia dapat double tax deduction ya. So the recent budget pun this extension of the ni until 2025, they extendkan lagi because it's benefit to all parties. For the nation also, for kita punya negara lah, for negara kita. And you can see this is the sector, the sector, the total include aviation, tourism, education, healthcare. all there. So the STEM jobs are there. Well, kat situ. The interns requirement, we just list those people and you guys who want to be in this program, you tengoklah what is the requirement for the interns and also the company requirement kat situ lah. Berapa bulan, apa allowance dia, and even some company pay more than 500, but this monthly allowance is only a minimum kat situ by the government, tetapi big company they pay more, even ada sampai 1,000, 1,002 ada, kat situ, right? So this is our intervention program on the SIP. Next slide. IAC. Okay, I mentioned tadi. What we work together with 20 universities, okay, more than 330 industry partners. I mentioned tadi kan about the ENE tadi, ENE Electronic, Global Business Services, Rail, oil and gas. This is what we do. And in 2020 tengah berjalan lah that one, this health industry and also general studies with the ICEP SUITM Bachelor of General Studies. Okay, and all these academia partner, you can see all those. I'm not sure you guys, your university ada ke tidak. Kalau tak ada, just PM me, maybe kita ni kan. Okay, so all this kat situ. Kemudian industry partners also. All industry partners that work with, because this is not comprehensive lah, our industry is more than, kat situ. Right? IAC, next slide. Okay. Last part is the topic of the pembangunan kemahiran kebangsaan. In English, National Skill Registry, MyNSR. Okay, I believe you are familiar, kita punya government punya document RMK 12. Okay, they are RMK 11, they are RMK 10. Those yang not familiar, maybe you can just go to laman web EPU, Economic Planning Units di bawah Jabatan Perdana Menteri Malaysia. That is where the government always produce a document every 5 tahun. Okay, in the recent RMK 12, Rancangan Malaysia yang ke-12, National Skill Registry is being mentioned, okay, in that document. Okay, so it states that an extensive review of the current standard, classification of occupation to incorporate information on skill requirement will be undertaken to establish a comprehensive and dynamic national skill framework. Okay, this framework, which require continuous updating, will be used as a guide to equip existing workforce with a new skill requirement. Existing workforce and also new workforce lah. Maybe dia tak tertinggal kat situ. So what is their inspiration? Kena ada a central system, a platform, yang ada occupation dan juga ada skill, and all this will be done in collaboration with the partnership tadi. I mentioned government, agency, businesses, general public. General public is parents, students. It's important. Okay, and a guide to showcase current skill suited for the different occupation. Remember when I mentioned about the occupation tadi, yang in demand, yang critical tu, and kita nak enhance on that occupation dan kepada ke bawah lagi, deep lagi, skill part, situ. And we want to make sure as a reference for the standard of skill and future competency in Malaysia. Standard of skill, for example, skill kemahiran AI, skill kemahiran digital. Okay, what is the standard there? So who want to make sure that this skill is a standard skills? There is a lot of agency yang perlu kita tarik to endorse all this. That is yang boleh diguna pakai by the industry. And again, talent corp is mandated by the economic planning to develop this MyNSR. Okay. Last slide, I think the last slide. The ecosystem, the last slide. Okay, yes. I think this is the last slide which I want to share about the MyNSR. Okay, you can see at the first box there. Okay, maybe you may say that tak ada ke the skill framework at the moment? The answer is yes. Okay, there are a few agencies who in charge of the skill, but their skill framework is based on their needs For example, if you are aware I believe you're aware agency under Hemosha is HRD Corp. They are on the training part kan? So they have their skill that's skewed to the training part. Yeah. They are JPK, they are skewed to the national occupation part because they are the colleges, TVET colleges kat situ. Okay, so we also want to make sure that a reference made by MASCO tadi I mentioned about the MASCO part there, the standard of occupation and also standard of industry. I mentioned about the 18 sector tadi kan, economy. So it's all the MC. So we have standard to follow, standard of occupation to follow, standard of industry to follow, and the next in the future is standard kemahiran, skill. Yeah, if understand what is a kemahiran that is understand. Of course, we must do a benchmark. We benchmark with the international, the overseas. We will take the good one that we can apply here, ataupun we can customize to our needs lah, to our Malaysian needs. So, and of course, the outcome is we want to make sure a skill taxonomy that related to the job. Okay, and a single so must have to be understand by the public lah kat situ, yeah. List of occupation, okay, and also each character of the skill that require for that. Okay, and of course this new platform will be linked to the existing platform yang I mentioned tadi at the first box kat situ. And of course, the outcome is to complement others lah, yeah, the ministry, the agency, initiative, and the important one is the talent, yeah, the talent, so that you are aware that okay, what kind of skill, what are the standard of kemahiran under this STEM occupation, and which if you have the preference to improve that skill, you know where to go, you know where to go, you know where to get, and all this, and where you want to get for help kat situ. All right, I think this is my last slide. I open for any questions, any clarification that I need to do, okay, from the audience, from our ambassador, I would say that. Okay, okay, and with that, thank you very much. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Madam Hajah Mahuran Saro Datuk Haji Sariki, for the insightful session. Now to all attendees, it's time for Q&A session. For all the audience here, you are welcome to ask any question. And also, I will be retrieving your question from the chat box. So there's a question from Fikri Hakimi. What do you think of migration of local talents abroad to gain more skills specializing in subfield, but ending up with a collective brain drain due to no opportunities or insignificant benefits? For example, salary to workload ratio in local perspective.
Okay, thank you, Fikri. When I look at that soalan, there's a lot of issue actually. Okay, first you mentioned about the soft skill part. Second, you mentioned about the brain part and brain drain part, and third one is about the salary. This is all the talent matters. This all the issues that I would say that it's not new. Okay, it's already indicate. Okay, when talking about you have to get more skill. Okay, when you say about what kind of skill that you get a more skill, but at the end of the day you didn't get the job. Okay, and that's where you find our next neighbor. Okay, because when you look at the currency, when you look at the what you call that, the opportunity is there, is better than here. So my answer to this is this: the extra skills that you need for the soft skills, okay, is relevant, okay, to all the occupations. Okay, for example, okay, your articulations, your presentations, your this one. I know this generation, Gen Z, okay, you have that. You have that. You already have that. Okay, you already have that because you are born during the social knowledge-based generations. Okay, you come from that is all IT savvy. You already know that. So how we want to make sure that you get a job that relate to what you this, okay, and not only, I'll touch about the brain drain later, yeah, okay, is to make sure that you are, because we know because that is what we communicate to the demand, to the company. The Gen Z, you have to attract the Gen Z, to attract, to nurture, to retain, is not only about work. First, about work, when you talk about work, they must be a digital technology. They don't want all those, what we call it, manual work, paper, manual. No, they want to simplify that. They want to simplify that. I have a few, what we call it, young officer in my office. They don't, ma'am, why you want to do this? This is very difficult. Do this, simplify that. So the industry, they have to prepare that. Yeah, it's not, you guys have to have that talent, the skill, but at the same time, the business part also, otherwise they will lose. When they lose the talent, that is where you go to a next level, the brain drain, right? So in TC, we don't use the word brain drain. Okay, when we have this REP punya initiative, the program, we call this Malaysian Balik, and we got all those incentive, no more. We have to look at a different angle, holistically, meaning this, we should call it brain gain, GAIN. Not drain, and GAIN. Brain gain means that wherever you are Malaysians, even though you are in other country, you know how to contribute to Malaysia. Bagaimana nak buat ni, ma'am? Yes. Okay, that is where our intervention program is during the summer break, during the full program that we call all those Malaysian one be the speaker. Yeah, that is one. And also we always work together with the public university that maybe looking for a research. Kalau mereka kata, oh, we are still looking for those guy who have experience in nuclear, and tak ada kat Malaysia, we have Malaysians here who are in this country. You know how they say, yeah. So that is how we go to address this brain gain. Yeah, we don't agree on the brain drain, we allow on the brain gain. So even I would say that when we have engagement with all those scholarship and all those they allow our Malaysians to gain experience first in other country, okay, for a few years, and come back with knowledge and experience and make a change in Malaysia. Yeah, so that is how to address this brain drain. Okay, and the skill, and the last part is on the salary. Yes, the salary is a big issue here. Okay, and every agency, every parties, you can see, if you can read in social media, they are pushing. Betul tak? They are pushing. Yeah, the salary that, okay, for example, if you live in Kuala Lumpur, kalau gaji berapa? How much? 1,500 ke? Minimum salary. How to survive if your family is from mana? From outside Kuala Lumpur, betul tak? You nak rent your room, you nak, yes, that is another issue. Yeah, I also part of the Malaysian professional talent when we're talking about wanita. Okay, so you can see that the salary of wanita, I'm sorry, I have to divert a bit. Salary, kenapa puan salary wanita ni lebih rendah daripada salary lelaki? So go back to the Fikri. Okay, salary is actually yes, is an issue that we are pushing the government how to to ni lah, to give I would say that how to change this lah, how to make ni, so to make it worse lah. Itu belum lagi kita punya cost of living, kita punya inflation and all those. Thank you, Fikri. And with this question, I know I can see that you are a future, very very vision person lah. Okay, you know the situations. That's why I said Gen Z, you're a knowledge-based generation. You know what's happening every day. I mean, surround you. I believe you are in the right track there. Okay. Then share with me what is your first job later. Yeah, bila you have this business studies. Okay, but you are still studying, right? Or you are still studying, right? Okay, thank you. Right.
Thank you, Madam Haja Mahuran, for that answer. I think there's no question, but I would love to read a feedback from Professor Datuk Jamil Ma'af. We take note on the future skills needed, and university are ready to amend the course contents to meet these new demands or skills. Hopefully, MQA or MOHE would respond positively to respond these changes and approve these new amendments as fast as possible and not months or years. So now let us all switch on our camera for the photography session. I think we will wait for a few minutes for everyone to switch on their camera. Our technical team will do the countdown, and on 3, give your brightest smile. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our event for today. On behalf of the organizer, once again, I would like to thank all of you for your continuous support. We highly appreciate the presence of our esteemed guests of honor. In conjunction with that, NEMA Launch will have 3 places for you to visit virtually. We have tab for the main stage in which you are all at right now, our exhibition tab which features the past activities conducted during Bulan STEM Kebangsaan, and conference tab in which we have the abstract presenters standing by to showcase their abstract submitted for NEMA 2021. You can refer for the schedule in the program book. Stay tuned for this evening in which all of the audience are welcome to join the parallel session on the conference tab from 2 p.m. until 4:30 p.m. for the session entitled Connecting STEM and the Future Talent, a Tech Talk Alike session, and Bulan STEM Kebangsaan Recap. Please come and give us your support. Tomorrow, we'll begin the day with a STEM showcase in a conference tab featuring all 10 university representatives at 10 a.m. And at the main stage tab, please join us for a forum session entitled #OOTD The Science Way, using social media for science communication at 11:30 a.m. After that, we would like to welcome all of you to the closing ceremony of NEMA 2021 at 12:40 p.m. tomorrow. Save the date. For all attendees, you are welcome to register for certification at NEMA official website. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a lunch break, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you all. Bye.